Gabe, a win here today in the League Cup. 3 consecutive wins on the bounce for the team. Are we pleased with the running?
I think we're pleased with the results. I think today was a tough day. It's one that we battled through. Yeah, perhaps on another day we could have had more. We had a lot of chances, especially second half. We tried to do different things. We tried to rotate through players. It was difficult to find a solution that really stuck. One thing that I was pleased with is that apart from a mistake our end, we limited them quite well. They only had a couple throughout the chances throughout the game. I thought their keeper did well to claim a lot as well, so maybe that's something we need to look at and try and adapt in game too. Ultimately, I think what we take from that game is that we're through.
Of course, well, you look at the game and it seemed to be one that you looked to try and really utilise the squad today and try and give everyone some minutes. Was that the ultimate game plan coming into this one?
So I said before the game that it was an opportunity to try things, but the overall goal is to win it. We want to do well in this competition, and when the game gets to a point where we need to actually put a stamp on this and win it, we might have to revert to type a little bit, and we might have to say, let's go back to our basis, let's go back to actually what we do well, and build from there. But there were a couple of really pleasing performances as well, especially off the bench. I thought Ella Hughes did really well today. She did the job in centre midfield that we asked her to do. She came on, she started to control things a little bit more. She was pretty physical as well, which is a side of her game that she's developing. And that's something we want more from her. And then she lasted until right to the end to come on, and those sort of things are nice and pleasing. But like I said, we try things. If they don't work, luckily in this format we can keep rolling subs. If things don't work, we can reassess, we can make more changes. Nothing's set in stone. Perhaps we need to have a bit more dynamism about us, have a few more different game plans that we can take forward. But we're getting to the end of the year now, so something for the Christmas break maybe to reassess and have a think about.
We got off to a great start though. Chelsea notching another goal. She's been in fine form since joining us. Did you think that you would then kick on from there, from that goal?
I think once you get one, for me, I've always said it, that once you get one, the idea is to get two. But I don't think you can throw the whole game plan out the window and just say, "Oh, we've got one earlier on. The floodgate's going to open. It's going to be, it's going to be one-way traffic," because that's not how football works. And this game especially didn't work like that. I thought it was, like I said earlier, it was a real battle. It was scrappy at points. It really took us till maybe about 10 minutes into that second half when we made some changes and things started to click, and we started to really get some of those good combinations together that we like to do, and started to have chances. We didn't convert some. I think we hit the woodwork 3 times throughout the game. So, those little fine margins, maybe you think luck's against you, but really have we done the right thing in that moment? Could we have had a different shot, different header, take it from a different position? So, whilst you'd like to start kicking on and getting more goals after you score the first one, it doesn't always work like that.
And then what was going through your mind when Farnborough equalised as well, deep into the second half?
Yeah, I think coming from a mistake our end, you can kind of implode after that, but I think credit to us, we didn't. We still kept doing our thing, we kept playing, and actually we had then more of the ball after that, and we really kept pushing on from there. And I will back this group to go on in those moments, especially late in the game, and actually keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. And ultimately, that's all you can control. You can't control the opposition. They're going to play their game. They're going to make it as difficult for you as you possibly can. But I've got the belief in this lot that they can go and do it. And you know what? They obviously have that belief in themselves because they kept doing it. Even when we were reduced to 10, there's a little bit of a change in the shape. You go 4-4-1, you try and sit, but we still create chances from that. And I think players who came on in that situation. That's such a rubbish situation to come on in. They dealt with that really well as well. No one likes to come into a situation really under pressure, but to deal with that pressure, I think is quite pleasing as well.
Then of course you get the winning goal. Well, you go 2-1 up, I should say, against Frushan, and then as you say, you go down to 10. You dealt with it. You seem to deal with it well, and if anything, played better.
Yeah, it's always another one, isn't it? It's like I remember having a chat with one of my friends who coaches in the youth setup at the club as well, and he was saying about one of the Premier League games. He said he loves one of those games down to 10 men, win 1-0. I think it was the Everton United game. Everton down to 10 men, have 2 chances, win 1-0. And ultimately, I think, we didn't have to do it for that long, but it kind of, maybe it galvanizes the team in that way. Almost more the job that you've got to do. Winning 2-1 at that point makes it easier, because you're not chasing something. You're not looking to just get into penalties. You're holding on to the win, and I guess it's something to fight for. And maybe we need that, a little bit more of that throughout the rest of the 90 minutes. And when we're full strength, just have that a little bit of fight about us again, because we've got it in us. Maybe we just need to find it again.
And what is going through your head now, looking into the last 2 games of the year?
Hopefully the weather plays its part, really, and we get them done. But I think there is some tired legs out there now. I think getting into this point of the season, I think we're all looking forward to a nice Christmas break as well. But we also know that we've got 2 big jobs to do away from home, which we've not had much of this season already. They could be tricky games. We need to play the way that we play. We need to have that sort of team spirit. We need to really play for each other like we did in the last few minutes here, and get that from across the whole squad, and have everyone just buying in. Have a good positive end to 2025 and go into the new year firing.